Yo, what it do, YouTube? Back with another video. It's day 5 of New Year's conference. Last day. Just about to check out. Got my bags packed. About to head downstairs. Man, you already know what to do. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all stay tuned for the video, man. It might be a little short one, but yeah, you already know what to do. Y'all just like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Peace.
It's JoJo's world. I'm just living in it.
Like flex on you haters, hi haters. This is my world, so it's all in my favor. I like all girls, yeah.
And brothers and sisters, let me just say this to you. There will come a moment sometime this semester where you'll look in the mirror. You might look at your past week. You might look at your disobedience and your failures and your apathy, and you'll think what to yourself? I'm just a little old piece of fruit. I'm nothing. I'm fruitless. I'm meaningless. Let me just say this. Here's what I see, and more importantly, here's what Jesus sees. He sees the potential for a harvest. Every single one of you contains the potential for an orchard. And just think for a moment, there is over 1,000 followers of Jesus in this room. There's the potential for a worldwide harvest right here, right now in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
I could sing these songs as I often do, so I go.
We're super thankful for y'all. This has been really an awesome week. I think, man, don't forget all the things Weber just said. Like, following Christ does get more difficult when you go back to campus, but it's never less worth it, right? So we really do pray that y'all are going to go back, and the things you've learned here are not going to be on the rocky soil, not going to be on the thorns, but we're really praying that's good soil, and y'all are going to bear a lot of fruit into eternity on campus for the rest of your life.
Honestly, so much about what the Lord is doing just in the nations and how He has a plan for us to affect everyone no matter where they are. So we're excited to go back to campus and kind of see what that looks like practically.
Condemnation and conviction are two different things, and that for those who are in Christ, there's no condemnation.
My biggest takeaway from NYC is to live your life missionally, no matter where you're at. Share the gospel with everyone you come in contact with.
The biggest takeaway from conference is go out in the world, make sure you produce fruits, make sure you multiply. The biggest thing we're called to do is make disciples of the world.
Before New Year's conference, I thought I had my whole life planned out, like who I was going to marry, what job I wanted to do, but now the Lord has kind of put in my heart His love for missions and people that don't know Jesus. So I've been thinking, praying about doing missions overseas.
So I think my biggest takeaway from the conference was trying to put myself in more uncomfortable situations to talk about Christ. Sometimes I get afraid to do certain things because I feel like I might be judged, or people won't agree, but like sometimes you just gotta step out in faith and just do it.
So the biggest thing that I got out of conference was that anything that we do to follow Jesus is never wasted, and that the biggest sacrifice would actually not be to follow Jesus. So anything that I sacrifice to follow Jesus is going to be worth it in the long run.
I would say the biggest takeaway from conference is that you have to have Jesus Christ as Lord of your life, and that everything else should come secondary, and that's about it. Just do what His purpose is for you.
Last morning at conference, we're super tired, but we learned a lot this week. Learned about like weaving the Lord in every part of our life, and a lot about the nations. And we're excited to go back to campus and just get it started.
Embrace the life Jesus made you for.
Mine was learning how to make disciples and what steps I need to take to grow closer in relationship with God and the people that go to the school.
I'm gonna give my life up to God, whatever He wants to do with it.
My biggest takeaway from conference is the sufficiency of Christ in literally everything. I think in my life specifically, I saw it a lot in like putting my value in like other people's value of me. But I think this conference really taught me that Christ really is sufficient.
Be generous with not just like your finances, but your time, and like let your love of Jesus overflow, all that good stuff. So make sure other people see Christ through you. Let your cup runneth over, as the good book says.
Pursue the uncomfortable. Being a real Christian is bearing good fruit, the fruits of the Spirit.
Biggest takeaway, don't keep your faith inside, share it with everyone, because your faith is good, but what does it matter if the people who don't have faith don't get the same faith that you have, because they're not going to be in heaven with you.
I think the biggest takeaway from conference is, the amount of love that's in the room and the amount of love that's here in Christ, that you can find in Christ. I love the sermon when he talked about not just tolerating people, but genuinely loving them. Because I feel like a lot of the times we pride ourselves in being Christian and we love everybody, but what happens most of the time is that some people still have certain ways of thinking about other people. Like, oh, I love everybody, just not you, you, and you. And that's a really big thing that you see in Christianity a lot. So for a pastor to stand to the front of the room and genuinely just look at everybody and just convict you and pretty much yell at you out of love, out of desperation for the love of the earth is just, it was absolutely amazing, really challenging, really just inspiring. And I know you just kind of heard like seats rustling from people moving, just getting people uncomfortable. And I love that challenge. I love the energy, and all based on such an amazing principle of love, which is what Jesus spoke about pretty much all the time. So I found that to be like the biggest takeaway is just love.
The biggest takeaway, man, came from Brian LaRitz. He said, God didn't save you for you. He saved you for others as well. So with the knowledge, don't just keep it to yourself. Spread it on and multiply. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest takeaway.
Because one apple can make an orchard tree.
A bushel. 125 apples in a bushel. Learn something today. But hey, real quick. I know they say everything about missions and reaching the unreached. You know, we got a mission here. We got a mission in the hood. We got young black people dying every day. Right in our backyard, right over the mountain. But we're trying to go to Abu Dhabi. I'm not saying don't go to Abu Dhabi, but let's go over the mountain. Get some of them black boys out of there. You feel what I'm saying? Let's do that. And then we can multiply even more. It's food for thought.
I think my biggest takeaway from conference is just the importance of like abiding in Christ day in and day out, and it's only that when you abide in Him that you'll be able to pour out from the overflow of that to others. So that's my main takeaway. We learned a lot of good stuff, and it's been a great week.